Yo, how's it going? It's a beautiful sunny day here on the Isle of Wight, and I just wanted to make a little video about something that I did in the last year. In the new year in 2020, me and a couple of friends set ourselves a challenge between the three of us to surf at least 120 times throughout the year. And I'd never done anything like that before, but I got myself a timetable and I noted on each time I surfed, and it was just like an incentive and a fun thing to do, an incentive to get out into the water regardless of what the ocean was bringing that day, whether it was like knee high and messy or overhead and clean. Still got out there, went to a lot of spots that I hadn't been to for years. Made good friends and had a lot of beautiful times in the ocean. Really enjoyed it, come rain or shine. It was great. Anyway, I wanted to gather all of those memories and all those stories together into a book, and because some friends had taken photos throughout the year, I got those printed off and I put them all together into my surfing journal on the Isle of Wight for 2020. There's a little liner cut of that I did of the surf on the front, little blurb on the back, but what I want to do is I just want to like share that book, because it was quite an achievement to actually get it all together, and it was a really cool thing to do, you know, just for fun really, to gather everything together into that. So I'm going to fix through some of the pages. You can have a close-up look and yeah, enjoy the ride. Right, yeah, so let's have a closer look at the book. There you go. A Year in the Big Blue, Journal of an Island Surfer 2020 by yours truly. And on the back it says, whatever the weather, whatever the wave, life always seems better with sand between your toes and the sea breeze on your face. Yeah, can't fault that. So let's have a flick through. On your first page I've got a tide timetable for Portsmouth, that's got the Isle of Wight on it as well, and there's all the different surfs marked on, and like on days when it was a double dip I've circled twice. I think there's even some triple dips in there. Yeah, there's some triple dips. That was in November. And yeah, 134 surfing days, 158 total surfs. So let's start off. Just wanted to make this as organic as possible. I know everything's done on computer these days, and you'll watch this video on a computer, but or a mobile. But I just wanted to get really old school with it. A bit of Pritt stick and a pencil and a biro. And I just wanted to kind of write from the heart, from memory. So wherever there were any photos that I liked, I got those printed off. And people like Paul Blackley and Bert, Pete Heather, and they were all people that had taken nice photos through the year, and I gathered all those together. Really, really cool. Really appreciated the photos. And yeah, as the year went on, the kind of story unfolded. You know, there was different opportunities to surf different spots and different swells, and you know, it was all part of a kind of personal journey as much as anything. That's a picture of Jay Blaney. He was a neighbour for a while where I live, making his first wooden surfboard. That's something that I hope to do myself one day. And as summer came, you know, the sun came out, we had some beautiful waves, a lot of fun. So yeah, I wrote it all in here, man. And it was a weird year, what with the lockdown as well. You know, this was a daily form of exercise that not only benefited me physically, but benefited me in my head as well, mentally. Helped me cope with life, getting in the sea, wash away my cares, have some fun, get an adrenaline rush, see some friends. These were driftwood paintings that last year, that weedy sea dragon and the one before, the octopus, they were paintings that I started to do on driftwood. Because where I'd normally have played at festivals and sold instruments that I made at festivals, that all kind of went with the lockdown and the virus, so that meant that I had to find a different way of earning a crust, and I got painting on driftwood. I love doing that. There's a picture of little Rosie and Fanny down on the beach in November, I think it was. It was like an endless summer. And this was one of the last surfs before we started having to wear hoods and gloves. There's little Rosie playing in the sand. Bless her. And she certainly loves being on the beach as much as I do, I think. That's a photo by Pete Heather. Yeah, it's cool. Pete did some really cool videos of a monster swell that came through at the end of the year. Oh no. Yeah, at the end of this 2020 freshwater. That's by Jim. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, I got creative. I made a body surfing hand plane and some surf wax boxes and my own little wax comb, because I just love making things, particularly stuff out of wood and driftwood. And yeah, all my secrets are in here, you know. Secrets to a happy life. Anyway, getting in the sea that much, you certainly get used to the cold, and yeah, it brings with it so many rewards. That's the sunset on Christmas Eve, and we draw towards the close of 2020. That's a liner cut of an octopus that I did, and a liner cut of a mermaid. Some more of the art that I did over the course of last year, and my little parting thank you to Mother Ocean and the people that took pictures and shared waves with me. So yeah, there you go, Surfer's Journal by Joe Caldwell. Stay stoked, people, and yeah, maybe that inspires somebody to do something similar themselves. It's just like one step on from a diary, really. Cool. Thank you. I'll catch you out in the water.